second segment about music downloading, my friends will be discussing iTunes and music piracy, two of today's hottest topics. Industry executives have complained bitterly about losing sales due to increased piracy, but they have been slow to embrace services like iTunes that are beneficial to both the consumers and the companies. Artists and all the people who add value to the products deserve to be compensated for their work, but until record labels accept changes in technology, the problems will continue.
Oh, I bought mine last week.
Yeah?
Kid Folk Shine. So crispy.
Actually, my last CD that I bought was Beyonce. I bought her last CD.
I think I bought the Madonna one and had a concert on it.
The latest one was Kelly Clarkson, My December. I bought it because the lead single was really good, but the songwriting I think has evolved and she's getting a little better. Plus, she's got a really, really, really good rock voice, and I really like that. So.
When Rich got me my iPod, I kind of stopped buying CDs. I burned his CDs.
But I would buy the CD of somebody like Kelly Clarkson because I know the whole album's going to be good, or like Bon Jovi. But I got the new Maroon 5 song. I just downloaded it on iTunes because it's a cool song. I like it. I don't know if I like the band. I don't know if I like their album. But I downloaded the song. But for those guys, I'm going to go out and buy the CD.
There's certain artists like Hanson, Spinning Ladies, Bon Jovi. I would actually want to buy the CD and have the CD and the lyric book and the artwork and the photos and all that hands-on tangible. But for some stuff, if you just want a couple songs or even the whole album, it's like I kind of like this person, but I don't care to actually physically possess it because they're not your favorite. Probably iTunes for me, just because I don't know. I tend not to listen to new stuff. I tend to want to find like older stuff, like New Kids on the Block, or just kind of those funny, obscure songs. They Might Be Giants, things like that, stuff that is, I don't want the album might not even be available anymore, but just stuff I remember listening to that I want. So iTunes, you can pick those individual songs and things.
Yeah, definitely iTunes. I mean, if you want a song, you want two songs, you go to iTunes, you find it. 2 seconds later, you've got what you want.
I think a lot of artists too realize the immediacy and current trend in electronic music and downloading and all of that. And I think more and more labels are trying to keep the money in CDs and try to discourage iTunes when really they should be embracing it and saying, this is what's happening, this is what's now, it's not going to change. And I think more and more artists are getting frustrated and losing support of their labels because it's like, okay, they're still buying albums, but there's downloads and there's all this stuff going on. We either need to work with iTunes and downloading services to figure out how artists can be compensated and managers and everyone who needs to be paid gets paid. But at the same time that we work with current technology and realize that in a few years CDs might be obsolete. But I think there's a lot of excess that could be trimmed down, and the musicians and artists themselves should control a lot more of, their art, their music, their lyrics, their intellectual property that they're putting out there for sale.
The whole thing that I've been hearing about music piracy is just ridiculous. Weird Al released the opening song, Don't Download This Song, on his website. It was available for free. He gave away the lead single on MySpace. Download it. Don't download this song, in quotation marks, and underneath it a little box that download this song. And he debuted at the highest he's ever debuted on the Billboard charts, thanked all of his fans. Everybody bought it. Everybody loved the song. They knew that it was going to be a great Weird Al album, and they went out and they purchased it anyway, even though they were getting the lead song for free. And in fact, he made a remake of a James Blunt song called You're Pitiful, and hilarious parody. And James Blunt called and said, no, you're going to hurt my album sales. I don't want you to release it on the album. But parody's free. Weird Al respected his wishes, didn't put it on the album, posted it on his website. It downloaded off of his website. And even though 2 of the biggest songs from the album were released for free, he still had his highest debut ever.
And I think iTunes are going to be, the future.
I think there needs to be more emphasis, analysis, and research done on downloading of music and how people use it and when they use it. So I think the music industry needs to stop treading water and staying in the same place and move forward and say, okay, this technology's here, this is what's happening here and now, where are we going with it, where are we taking it?